Greetings! In this video we're going to be having some fun with text boxes on Firefly, because everything on this page behind me is in fact a text box, and they are a really powerful way of making your page look better, making your information pop, of drawing attention to certain bits, and just generally making it look less like a kind of big wall of text, and to kind of bring some kind of color to your page as well. So let me make myself into my mini-me version. Now what we've got here is just a normal page, and the way you add a text box is you go into edit page, and then basically instead of just pasting in your text like that, which would just look like text, which is fine, but instead of just pasting in the text, what you do is you go up to here where it says insert, and under more there's one that says text box, and you click text box and you paste in the same bit of information and you click done, and it looks exactly the same. However, it is not the same, because if you then click on it, you'll see that A, you've got a bit of a cog where you can then go and edit it, and B, you've now got extra information up the top here where I'm currently got my mouse, where it says styles, and you can align it in various different directions, and you can add all sorts of things. And so I can now press down here wooden frame, and that will transform into something that looks a little bit like that. And if I wanted to kind of adjust it, I could then say, actually, let's align it to the center to make it look a bit different as well. And all of the different options here are different versions of the text box. So we've got this simple kind of white one here that just adds a little bit of a borderline to it. There's a click to reveal one, which is hidden. So if you had any information you wanted to only be available if like kind of optional information or hidden information, the beautiful gilded one. Then we've got one here which is graph paper, and one here which is lined paper. Really nice for like a kind of like a checklist kind of stuff, these kind of ones, or for making those ones really stand out. Especially I love these little like 3D pins that come across. Also note that it preserves any links. So if you copy in some text that has any web links in it, it will keep them, and you can add them in as well. This one is another type here. If I just edit the page, this brown one here is called Manila, but you can also on any of these add in a heading, and so this is the ingredients for my one, and so I've added in a page here, but you can add a heading to any of them. So if I go into this kind of post-it style one here and then go into the top, and I'll click add heading, and I'll call this one instructions, and I'll click that on, and you can see that it's now adjusted slightly to have that kind of optional kind of heading there at the top, so you can kind of vary even within them what they look like. Also notice on this ingredient one, but that is actually a table, so you can copy in a table from Word, and it will preserve that table for you there, and then you can continue to kind of adjust it by doing things like bold. So note that the post-it one here, I've actually bolded the text. Like I said, you can align them in different directions, and to even go even more advanced, you can even make it so that only certain people can see certain bits of the page. But all of these are text boxes, and the other beautiful thing about them is that you can just keep changing it and keep changing it and keep changing it until you find one that you like. I've also on this page used two columns, because sometimes one of the problems with text boxes is that they take up the whole, some of them take up the whole page. Not all of them have play. Sometimes they do, sometimes they have expected behavior, and sometimes they don't. But if you kind of set your page up to have columns, then again you can kind of dot the information around as you go, but some of them are kind of draggable around as well. So basically have a play, have some fun with text boxes. Your homework: make a new page, stick some text in it, find a bit of information to put in. This was a recipe from pancakes. I just basically grabbed each bit and I put it all in, and I made it look far more pretty than it would otherwise, and we can have some fun. All right, hope that was useful, and I'll see you on the next one.